Hello, welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hi, thanks for stopping by, checking out my channel. My channel, it's all about crochet, a little bit about knitting, a lot about yarn, and my journey in this fantastic yarning community. Returning subscribers, hey, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Wednesday with me. I really do appreciate it. Today is three things going on. I have a little bit of happy mail. We're going to chit chat about some Boggy blankets and some squares. But first, we're going to talk about the Blarf recipe. It's ready. I gave the testers more than enough time. I got some excellent feedback. You know, for someone who's never done it before, it was a learning experience for sure. Some really great insight from the testers. And what it is what it is. And if you're interested, I'll put my email here below and I'll email you the recipe. Now keep in mind, this is a recipe. It's not, there's no technicalness to this. It's just how I did it. But it is such that you can redo it any way you want. As far as length, width, the weight of the yarn you use, the size hook that you use, it's very, very customizable. This one here I did with kubu and which is, you know, bamboo, and then the variegated is Baroque Isola, which is a linen cotton blend, linen cotton viscose blend. So for me, this was perfect. It's the perfect weight. For me, it's the perfect length. And the way I did mine so that it is 6 inches longer than my wingspan. So that came to about, I think it was 78 inches long. It has the added fringe, so that adds a little bit of length to it. It's made that way specifically so that I can wrap up in it. Here, let me show you. Take this off. But you can tell it's really, really long, but I can wrap it around myself completely. And it covers my whole top, down my back, down my arms. It's warm-ish. It's that perfect, oh my God, it's freezing, but I don't want to put on a heavy sweatshirt. I didn't put this on the right way. There we go. It should be even now. And it covers while you're sitting. And I mean, I have shorts on and it's covering the tops of my thighs to my knees. So this saved me when I was in the hospital with my husband. You know how hospital, you know, rooms are freezing cold. I would sit with this wrapped around me, you know, all day while I was there with them. At night, I would wrap this around his shoulders before I would leave and he would sleep with this. So it's just the perfect companion. And because I did it in the, you know, the bamboo, linen, cotton, it doesn't wrinkle. So it's the perfect thing to fold up, stick in the bottom of a tote bag, and you have it if you're going on an airplane, if you're going on a long car ride and nobody can cut, you know, figure out how they want the temperature of the car. If you are sitting in a movie theater, this is the kind of thing you need to take with you, because you could really wrap it up and be really warm if you wanted to. Or it could just be just something cute, you know, you've got a cute dress on. And I know there's a lot of you out there who like your sparkle yarn. Can you imagine this with some sparkled Trubu or some of the Shawnaball sparkle? There's so many ways to make this into something else. So the recipe is available. If you would like it, email is here. Just shoot me an email and I will send it to you. I'm not charging for this pattern recipe because it's not technically right. I mean, it's just how I did it. A lot of the testers questioned why I did my starting chain at 341. And then the first row was chain 1, go back into the first stitch. That's just the way I did it. Make your starting chain 342 and, you know, crochet back. That's how I wrote it. That's how I did it. I always use a chain 1 at the beginning of the row, but that stitch does not count as a stitch. I put that in the recipe. If you want it wider, if you want to make this more of a blanket size, make it wider. Just do more repeats of the variegated row and this row, these rows here, and you can make it as wide as you want. If you just want it like a thin scarf, just do a couple of the repeats and then do the border edge. It's so customizable. Don't put fringe on it if you don't want fringe. But you know, I'm a fringe girl. We like our fringe. So there's a million ways to do it. I would love to see if you do it in a different way. A couple of the testers sent me pictures, but for some reason they have disappeared off my thing. So if you were a tester and sent me a picture, resend it to me and I will share it with everybody how beautiful it turned out in the different styles. Anyway, I gotta take it off. It's warm in here today. So that is the Blarf pattern. You'll see today I'm gonna put out 2 videos. One is just a short, it's about 10 minutes long, and I've got a short little part where I show you how to do the extended single crochet and the stacked single crochet instead of a chain 3. And I did a little swatch so you can see the difference between a single crochet and the extended single crochet. And I did a couple of rows of the double crochet with the stacked single crochets so you can see that it closes up that gap so nicely. And that is a technique that I learned from Lynette at Charmed Grammy Crochet. She did it, I believe it was her Ruana pattern, that it's still in my to-do list that I'm going to get to sometime. That's why I have all this Mona Lisa yarn. I want to make that Ruana. And I saw her do that in her tutorial and I thought, that's genius. It closes up that hole that I hate. So there's a small little video out there for that. So that is that. So the Blarf recipe is ready to go. Second, I have some happy mail from my dear friend Dawn. Dawn is Yarn is a Sport. When she was here last winter, before I had my surgery, we got together and had lunch and we talk on the phone and chat back and forth, texts and whatnot. So she's become a really good friend. She has sent me a really darling card, and she got stuck in the Turkey Trail trot where her original package got sent back to her. Oh, what a cool card. Look at that. Just a nice little note saying thank you for my support and my kindness. And Dawn, back at you. Your support and kindness is everything to me. I do appreciate you. So she has sent me, she went to a fiber festival in Michigan, which isn't far from where my son and daughter-in-law live. So hello, next year, fiber festival combined with a family trip. She sent me, oh cool, a book called The New Dyer by Sally Vinroot and Jeannie Crowder. And this is so cool. What year was this done? It seems like an older book, but that's all right. I love vintage. But it is a how-to on how to do dyeing. How cool is that? There's no pictures in this. This is definitely a workbook, you know, textbook kind of thing, but very interesting because I'm very, very, very interested in learning how to do this. Preparing acid dyes, application techniques, dispersing technique, fiber reactive dyes. This is going to be cool. So definitely gonna, oh, I lied. There are some pictures. I'm definitely going to take a gander at this and see what I can learn from it. I'll use it with this dyeing one that I got from another one of my yarny friends. So I'll stick that up there for when I have time for some dyeing experiments. She also sent me some more Noro because she knows that I really, 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 really like this yarn. This is 3 skeins of Noro Silk Garden. Oh, wow. It is 45% silk, 45 mohair, 10% wool. So nice. It's a number 4. Of course, they don't tell you the color name. It's color 433. But look at that with the magenta, which, you know, hello, and the teals and the browns and the olive greens. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, there's a little bit of purple stuck down in there. Ooh, how many yards is on here? It's a 50-gram skein with 100 meters, so a little over 100 yards. So we got 300 yards. What can we make with this? We'll find something because this is beautiful. It's soft. It's got that silky texture to it, so I get it. So that was in there. Then she sent me my Yarn is a Sport. I'm a Yarn Chicken Athlete sweat t-shirt because, you know, it is a sport and Yarn Chicken is a thing. So I've got my t-shirt. Thank you, Dawn. I helped her do this. We tossed back and forth different ideas on the fonts. The end was definitely her idea, but we chatted about it. She sent me 2 backpacks, and I think the intention is for one of these to be a part of a giveaway. So I will keep that in mind for when I decide to do a really good giveaway, that this will be one of the giveaways. It's like a backpack drawstring with the Yarn is a Sport. I'm a professional Yarn Chicken athlete, because aren't we all? How many times have you played Yarn Chicken? So I have 2 of those that are so cool. I mean, look at this. Is a great project bag. This is, you know, this is blanket quantity yarn to go in here. Isn't that nice? And last but not least, another book. This one is called Knitting Noro. Knitting, The Magic of Knitting and with Hand-Dyed Yarns by Jane Ellison. So pretty. Wraps, fitted cardigans, classic jackets, pullovers, chunky cardigans, and tank tops. Ooh, see now, I'm not that great of a knitter, but if it's something simple, I might be able to figure it out, right? A basic tank top, a V-neck tank top, chunky cardigan. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, I kind of like that one too, with the sleeves that are kind of got a rolled edge. Kind of interesting. The ribbed cardigan. I love these colors. That's pretty. That one looks like it has a zipper. Yeah, no, I ain't putting a zipper in a cardigan. That's above my pay grade right now. Oh, this one's cute with the chevron bottom and the V-neck top. It's called Chevron Pullover. Oh, that one's cute. Super cute. Love the colors in that one. A cropped coat, they call that. I'm a big fan of those sleeves being, you know, just past the elbow. Oh, a hooded one. So yeah, this is a really cute book. I have to go into it a little bit more as far as how hard it is, because yeah, I'm still too new of a knitter. Oh, they turned that chevron pullover into a cardigan. Now that's really cute. Oh, thick rib cardigan. Isn't that one nice? So this book has got some really cool things in it. I'll have to do a little more brushing up on my knitting before I am able to delve into this book, but it gives me something to aspire to. So that is my happy mail from Dawn with Yarn is a Sport. Dawn, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love the smell of books. It just reminds me of being a kid and walking into the library, because I used to spend a lot of time in the library when I was little. Yeah, this is really cool. I love that smell. Okay. I know I'm weird. So anyway, that is the happy meal. Now let's get to Boggy Creek. You guys, I'm gonna post a picture right here. This is what my front porch looked like this afternoon. I said to my husband right after dinner, I said, I'm going to take the golf cart down. I'm going to go get the mail. I never heard the mailman come up to our porch all day. And this is what I saw when I stepped out onto my porch. I'm not mad. I'm just a little stunned. You guys, this is a ton of, and earlier today, I got another big box from UPS. When I came up with this idea, my idea was I wanted to be able, a way for people who felt that shipping was cost prohibitive to be part of it. If you couldn't mail a whole blanket, mail a couple of squares. It cost you $5 or $6 to mail a, you know, a padded envelope with some squares in it. And we'd get enough for a couple blankets. Guys, I'm on blanket number 5. And after today, I probably have enough out in the living room now, sorted, for probably 3 more. And with all of this, yeah, I'm going to be sewing squares for the rest of my life. And that's okay. It's okay. It's fun. It's for the kids. I'm so excited that you felt like you could participate by doing it this way. Okay, you've all heard this before probably, but inevitably I get somebody who'll say to me, what is Boggy Creek? Why are you collecting the squares? We're collecting the squares that are 5" by 5". Let's try to keep it to that, you guys. I've been finding some that aren't quite there and I'm having to add extra rounds to it. But a 5" square by a 5" square in a number 4 acrylic. And you mail them to me and I'll put them into a blanket, and the blankets are going for the blanket drive for Boggy Creek. Boggy Creek is a camp for children with, you know, catastrophic illnesses such as cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, leukemia. I don't know if they take muscular dystrophy, you know, the extreme asthma, things where these kids have to be monitored medically all the time. This camp is set up with medical professionals, an on-site ER, doctors, nurses, volunteers on site to take care of these kids with their specific illnesses. And they're at camp with kids with the same illness they have. So they can forget about being a kid with sickle cell anemia and just be a kid. It's a great program. In my description box, there are several videos linked with tours and explanations of it, the dimensions that we need the blankets, everything you need to know. There are several videos listed in my description box. But this was just my small way to help others participate who just felt, you know, with shipping costs being so stupidly expensive, that they could send just a few and still feel like they're a part of the drive. Some people have sent more than just a few. Again, that's okay. I get that there's some people out there that, you know, they ran out of time. They might have all the granny squares made. They just don't have the time to put them together. You know, people's lives are busy. You don't have time to make a whole blanket. But if you can put together, you know, 10 or 20 granny squares and ship them off, I get it. Send them. We'll figure out a way to get it done. My living room looks like a assembly line. I have boxes set up across my couch and on the floor in front of the couch in different sizes. My husband even took it so far last night. He's like, hey, wait a minute. You have a lot of pink in these blankets. There's boys at these camps. Maybe they don't want pink in their blanket. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to spend a million years sorting. He's like, give them to me. So now not only do I have them sorted by size, but I also have one size sorted by girly colors and boy colors. So that there's some that don't have any of the pinky purples in them, which is fine. We all love the pinky purples, don't get me wrong. But he's right. There are some boys that may not want to have a pink or a purple blanket on their bed. So he's sorted out some of the darker colors so that we could have some that would appeal to a boy or even a girl who isn't a pinky girl. You know, there's some girls that just aren't pink girls. So he's like, you know, let's just sort a few of them out so that a couple of the blankets aren't so rainbow. But we're having fun with it. We're an assembly line. You know, I give him a stack of them and I say, stick them in stacks of 4 for me. He sticks them in stacks of 4 for me. So it's a project for him and I to do together while we're watching a baseball game or watching a football game, and we're enjoying each other's company while putting together these blankets for these great kids. So keep them coming, guys. Make sure you're watching the address so that it does say 173rd Court, not Turkey Trail. And with that, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Watch the unboxing tonight with Nancy from She's Got Yarn 2, Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet, and Billy the Crafty Floridian. They'll be, I believe, on Billy's channel tonight at 8 o'clock doing an unboxing. Don't forget to send your 17 squares for the Double Duck Dare by Laura at Band Mimi's. And don't forget to tell me quack quack so that Laura gets stuck in granny square hell. Laura, most of the packages today had quack quack written on the outside of them. So get ready. So with that, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for participating. Don't forget, if you want the pattern for the Blarf, send me an email. I'll send it off to you as soon as I get your email. And with that, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Take care of yourself, because you can't take care of yourself. You're not going to take care of the one you love. Above all, be kind to everyone. We'll see you on Friday.